Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you've had a wonderful start to the weekend. It's feeling nice outside. Lots of 70s on our temperature map here across the valley. We're seeing some cooler conditions on the eastern end, 72 for Winchester and Scottsboro, 68 for Fort Payne. Now, we did have today's record would have been 81 or higher for us to break the record of high heat for specifically today. Thankfully, none of that has happened, because if we do hit those 80s, that kind of also brings another world of trouble for us, because we do have a passing, very slight cold front moving through. That'll come through for tomorrow and really doesn't do much but just knock our temperatures back, thankfully. It's a very dry cold front. So it's just a frontal boundary passing through. So expectations with this this evening. Nice conditions all around. We'll see 60s as we get into sunset, which is now. So we'll start to see those 60s as soon as sun begins to set. We'll lose that daytime heating. Still nice and comfortable out the door. Good deal of a breeze as well. So if you have some evening plans, maybe you want to sit out on your patio, enjoy the rest of tonight's football games and anything in between. I know we had a lot of Christmas holiday markets that have started today. I want to say Piper and Leaf had one. I saw Galaxy of Lights, I believe, started, if not yesterday, they have today. They've started today. So lots of fun stuff going on in the valley, kicking off the holiday season. The holiday season kicks off like October 1st for me. So I have been in a holly jolly, thankful, and spooky mood since October 1st. But it's going to be a gorgeous weekend overall. Rain chances that we were anticipating for your Sunday have fallen off because, like I mentioned, this is a dry pass of a cooler air mass moving through. We say cold front, but some of the time it's not quite that cold. It will kind of take our temperatures back to the low end 70s for tomorrow. Out the door, nice and comfortable, sitting in those 60s from this evening into Sunday morning. So we're expecting to see a nice and comfortable start to the day. If you've got early morning plans, be it church, quick run, walking the dog, whatever you choose to do on your Sunday mornings, it's going to be a great morning for it. Partly cloudy conditions, so kind of similar to the setup that we're seeing outside, just a little more sunshine allotted for us on our Sunday. And then as we get to the afternoon and evening, we've got a secondary boundary passing through that will kind of get us into some 50s, closer to 6, 7 o'clock and beyond. So going into your Monday will be a cooler start, but nothing that we were seeing earlier this week. Pretty run-of-the-mill, around our average for this time of year. We've had just a wacky week of weather because we had snow flurries on Monday. Like, that just feels like it was a lifetime ago to me for some odd reason. But looking ahead to the next couple of days, dry conditions to come through this weekend with that boundary moving through will push our temperatures back to some low end 70s, upper 60s for Monday. Getting to Tuesday, we warm up just a tad. That boundary that we were expecting to pass through on Monday evening to carry into Tuesday looks like it's pushing back a good deal. And some folks that tuned in last night, we did kind of go over the logistics of what that looks like when those boundaries push back and give us an opportunity for cooler conditions, but also that rain chance becomes delayed and how things ebb and flow change in the weather world. So we're seeing this frontal boundary pass through a little sooner for our Sunday, but the secondary one is pushing back a little further into our Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. So believe I have your rain on the roof. Here we go. So this will show us when we're expecting rain. Dry conditions will be dry through Tuesday. Wednesday is when we start to pick up some rain, but it intensifies by Thursday and Friday. We have yet another front passing through. And a lot of these fronts are going to bring rain chances first before they bring cooler weather. So by Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures will start to drop into those 60s. There we go. So Wednesday, Thursday, low end 70s here in Huntsville. Some folks will see some 60s. By Friday, we'll definitely be in those mid 60s. And Saturday is when we start to see the brunt of that drop, going nearly 8 or so degrees down Well, no, 12. My math was backwards. Apologies on that. But yes, rain chances will intensify between Thursday into Saturday, and it looks like we're going to keep a wet week around going into the following work week. Should dry out though. I know that next week is Thanksgiving week as well. There we go. So by that Tuesday, conditions will dry out. Hopefully, we'll continue to see drier conditions heading into the holiday. Low in 60s seem to kind of be the run of the mill for the next week. So we'll continue to follow that, see how it goes and plays out for you. But as of right now, we're not expecting strong, severe thunderstorms at all. We are just kind of expecting to see heavy rainfall at this moment and some wind gusts. So no thunder, no lightning, no tornadoes, none of that. As of right now, it just really seems like we're going to get a dumping of rain. So keep that in mind as you make your plans for this following weekend. I'm going to check some comments super fast. Of course, we'll be on at 5 o'clock. We do have, I believe there was a basketball game on, so may run over just a tad, but even still, we'll be here. Just give us some time for the girls basketball to wrap up. I think it's Michigan and Notre Dame. Yeah. So, yes, with that being said, once we get to, I believe, Tuesday, we should have, yes, I'm counting correctly on our 10-day. We should have our Thanksgiving forecast on that bottom bracket where you see the other Tuesday, the following Tuesday. It'll start to come into our forecast, and we'll be able to put a detailed plan out there. For right now, we're anticipating dry conditions, and it looks like we're going to see those rain chances dry out. We're just going to be left with cloud cover for now. But we will possibly see a swing in our forecast on that Friday into Saturday, because there's yet another cold front coming through, which is pretty average for that time of year. Typically, once we get to those last couple of days of November, that's when we start to see some of those temperatures drop into the 50s for our highs and stay there going into December. So all that being said, hope you'll tune in at 5 o'clock. We'll do this all over again for you. And I will see you guys here tomorrow. For my folks that tune in regularly on Weather Extra, I'll be back tomorrow at 4:30. Hope to see you then. Have a good night.